to flow in quiet stillness. Along the way, the phone's battery stopped at 97% for no clear reason. It was a tiny fluctuation, never meant to be recorded. Yet this program gathers only those small, meaningless shifts. Meaning optional.
I'm recording this in the morning. First, I'll talk about my conversation with my parent. My mom knows I care about what's in my food. I asked if she put starch on the chicken, and she said she only put a little. She always says things she doesn't need to say. Also, I didn't even realize she's doing it. She often jumps to conclusion. Maybe she think I'll get mine. She said she put a lot of starch, but I never say anything about that. Next, she said she got an email from a relative. They said the zoo event in Hokkaido is hard and the restaurant must be having a hard time too. I thought, here we go again. My mom said her cousin told her that restaurants are having a hard time. I don't know if the problem is the relative or my mom, but usually it's both. I checked the line message and it was just as I thought. She skipped the middle part of the explanation. They think people just understand her. They were talking about the zoo, and she told them shops nearby must be struggling. Then the cousin said, They saw a show about restaurant on TV. She skip all that and just said the relative told the restaurant are having a hard time. I thought, not again. Also, I have four things to talk about today. We were talking about earthquake, and I said a bigger one might come. She said something about the last earthquake. So I told her that she didn't mean a big one is coming next, but that it already happened. She didn't seem to get it. I told her she said things that might make me sad, make me mad. She probably doesn't know, but she's just saying no to me. If she wanted fixed what I said, she should have said it directly, but she said it in a roundabout way. My dad is the same. I said something about religion to my mom. My dad said it's okay, because young people are always like that. He was totally saying no to me. I thought he was on my side, but he wasn't. Does he know that saying things like that hurt people? His main goal is just to say no to me. He wouldn't say, I'm just being too logical again. His head is all messed up. He tries to talk like, he tries to act like he's on my side because he doesn't want me to hate him, but he's also saying no to me. That's crazy. I can understand why his head work like that, but I never do that. You should either be on my side or not. Next, she asked me if we are having green beans for lunch. I have no way of knowing that. She's the one looking at the food. So she never think about my situation before she speaks. I always tell her she should think about how the other feels. I don't have superpower. Next, I was thinking about my program. I realized something that I accepted that life don't be break anymore. It's no meaning. I'm not running away to feel better. I'm looking at the truth. Who you see the truth of this world? It's hard, and other people won't accept it. That's why people run away to things that makes them feel safe. That's why people run away to things that makes them feel safe. I think life has no meaning, but I wondered how much I really feel that every day. Maybe it's something else. My biggest problem is being perfectionist. When people say problem, they usually hope for a future where it's fixed, but I don't want to have hope. Having hope means you're not really living. Maybe I just give him up because my brain type. Even if one things get better, another things will go wrong. If my legs are tooth hurt, I wanna fix it, but that's different. If I have hope or feel too good, I lose my balance. Also, looking for meaning makes me a perfectionist. Having hope is just a mistake. It's like thinking a special stone will help you pass a test. Even if you think the stone is power, that's just a dream. Hope is just a mistake. I notice things other people don't. I notice things I don't need to know. If someone thinks a stone is power, they feel better, and that's fine. But I know it's meaningless. Maybe it's because religion. But I don't know. I think my problem, because my genes, I don't think it can be fixed. I used to think that. But maybe religion is something to do with it. I have two different feelings inside me. I did a perfect personality test and I found someone who'd just like me. They said they like to save their favorite food for the middle of the meal, and I rarely get that. I found another person like me, and their way of thinking was very similar. I rarely felt the same way. I almost never feel that way. When I hear other people's ideas, usually it just makes me mad. It's strange. Maybe people with the same personality have similar brains. I never felt like people who have a same brain type as me are similar. I couldn't be put into a group yesterday. I realized something. I thought I failed by buying chickpeas. I said this many times. I thought black beans and green beans were okay, but chicken beans are different from tofu. But then I thought black beans and green beans are also different from the yellow beans used for tofu. So maybe the difference didn't matter. Then I thought maybe chicken peas are okay too. But being black or green beans would be strange too. Then I can only eat yellow beans. To be honest, I don't remember why I thought I should eat things different from tofu. I think I don't want the tofu taste to change, but if they are all beans, it shouldn't matter. But in my head, they are different. Tofu and beans taste different. For 10 years, I try not to find meaning in what I do. That means that I don't keep doing one thing to get better at it. I keep doing things, but I don't do things that help me to grow. I wonder if I should have done something more useful. I shouldn't think like that. But I do. I'm not lazy. And I lived a disciplined life, but I still think I wasted my time. I just thought of this. But in the AI age, people might let AI choose everything for them. People might stop thinking, but I think there are things we must decide for ourselves. For example, my future or how I do my English podcast, I have to keep doing it. If I change one thing, everything will go bad and I'll stop. I didn't finish explaining before. I try not to find meaning, but I have rules for myself and others. Maybe my old religious ideas changed into making my life perfect. I try not to accept anything from people or things. I try not to accept anything from people or things, but I get right down and feel hopeless. They say God, as in your wallet. But I don't care about money. I refuse other people's rules and look for my own truth. Maybe I keep recording this because nobody understands me, and I wanna prove I'm here because the world has no meaning. I wanna keep my own rules. If that's true, it's like a religion. I hate that. But I wanna live without running anything. I thought I should find meaning and not changing my routine and my daily habit like a ceremony. Maybe I'm trying to fix things. I say there's no way to fix things. But maybe I'm trying, because I don't fix in the world. I try to survive by following my own rules and my own art. Maybe that's my way of living after losing the meaning of life. Today I was thinking about a kabuki actor when their kids don't listen during practice. What do they do? I thought maybe they said they'll give them 5 chocolate. If they do it, I watched the video today and the kid was crying. Everyone was trying to make the kid feel better to get them on stage. 10 adults were trying to make one 3-year-old to do it. When I was a kid, I was slow to talk. I didn't talk until I was 3. Einstein was the same. I don't have a language problem like him. Though I was also thinking about it about this. I'm part of the group, but I also wanna be better than others. I wanna be myself. I think I have both things. I can't do that. I'll either just hide in the group or go my own way. I can't do both. I worry about what to say if I go to the hospital in the future. It's hard to say I was hikikomori. Should I tell him about my brain type? I think about these things. I listened to some radio show today, but only a few. Maybe my sense of time is broken or I slept too much. I feel like I don't know what I was doing. I thought I'd feel bad, but not listening to more. But I don't. Since I just fall asleep, maybe I don't need to listen. I used to think I should watch things twice because I don't want to run out of things to watch. But I can't do that. I'm not the type of person who can just pick a few things to watch. My mom is meeting people from NPO today. I told her to tell me if there's any important news. I used to always ask her because I was scared. I was scared of my futures. Any change. I told her to take notice, but she said and then I told her many times she'll forget if she doesn't write it down. It's strange that I have to say this, but if I don't, it's turned into a big problem. I was thinking about my program again. It has no meaning, but I have to do it. It's just how I live. I talk about things I don't understand about the world. I've given up all hope or growth. I'm just a normal person who lives a disciplined life, but that sounds like a self-help story. Maybe my discipline is just what's left after religion. I watched some busy famous people today. No matter what job they get, they must be tired and just want to rest. And they're probably just trying to get through the day. Who I were them, I differently feel that way. I can only enjoy things. Who I have a lot of time. Who I'm busy, I just try to finish the work. Since I became a hikikomori, I have time, but I become very sensitive. I think being very busy might be better for me. It might be better to be so tired that I can't worry about small things. I think I'm better when I'm too busy to care. I was talking to my mom, but all you can eat places, like places with rice and eggs or yams. We watched the video, but the place with all you can eat see brimmed rice. I think a normal amount is just best. You get full and bored. I don't know why people like it. Maybe they like the fact that they can eat as much as they want. I also looked into how people join the kabuki world who they are from a kabuki family. It's like hunting. Someone saw the kids dancing in a lobby and asked them to join. Who I get interested in something, I look it up for 50 minutes. And there's actors who can get big roles in kabuki because she's not from a famous family. She's trying to get other acting jobs. I used to have a bad image of him, but maybe he made that image for his brand. I think many people entertainment do that. They get labeled even if they are not really like that. I might do that too. I don't feel anything for history, but kabuki has been around since the Edo period. For some reason, I liked it for over 10 years. I also like how they use their hobbies, bodies. It's Japanese tradition, but I don't like rakugo. I have strong like and dislike. Also, at idol concert, you're not the post just stands still. Before I went, when I just focus watch, I think people should be free. In other countries, people sing a dong. At concert, I think they should sing at home. I want to hear the person in front of. I don't get it. I saw Japanese volleyball players, and they didn't look like they were listening to the coach. I used to think they have good manners, but now I think they're right. A break is a break. You don't worry about the coach and just rest. You're more likely to win. I don't know if they might mean to do that, but maybe it's just happened. I always think I'm unlucky. But living in this house for 10 years might be lucky. I endured it. But usually people had go to the hospital. I made it this for without any big problem. But luck doesn't really mean anything when I say luck. When I say luck, I mean like a coin flip. It's not spiritual, but I still feel lucky. Maybe it's not so bad. I forgot to say, but sushi chef don't need 10 years of training. 1 year is enough. That's bad part of Japan. But maybe for kabuki, you have to start. But living in this house for 10 years might be lucky. I've endured it, but usually people would go to the hospital. I made it this far without any big problem. But luck doesn't really mean anything. When I say luck, I mean like a coin flip. It's not spiritual, but I still feel unlucky. Maybe it's not so bad. Sad. I forgot to say, but sushi chef don't need 10 years of training. 1 year is enough. That's bad part of Japan. But maybe for kabuki, you have to start as a kid. Maybe it's a world where you can't do anything if you didn't start young. I sometimes remember a girl from high school. We are on the same club. I don't want to date her. But I wonder why I was friend with a girl from a different class when I had fun talking to her. I also remember when my dad saw a girl I liked in elementary school and said, "Why do you like her?" He said, "Not my feelings." He also said, "Not this music." I liked in junior high school. If I had a son, I'd tell him it was good taste. I'd say he could marry someone even cuter. That's a joke. My parents eat curry, but for some reason, I can't eat it anymore, even though I like it. My mom bought fried chicken for me. I felt bad about it. For dinner, I had a prawn, dried fish, cabbage, and something like a cheese dish. The person who made that recipe is a genius. It was good. And the soup prawn went well with it. Maybe it had some Korean spice too. The potato was also the best I had in years. In high school, maybe I looked for 100 much meaning. I was serious, but not too much. I worked hard at school and religion. I had no free time. Why did I become a hikikomori? Think I just broke. Back to Kabuki, kids right, but they have to be forced around tradition. Parents probably know that it's hard because the kids don't choose to do it. When you choose to join a group, you should be able to handle the hard part, but maybe that's not true. Life is too hard. Even if a company is bad, you can just quit after graduating college. You can say it's your fault for choosing is scary. People in high position forced you to think. They tell you to quit if you want. Lately, I've been listening to Janet Jackson. It's the music of my youth, not Japanese band. But it's Eminem. He makes so much money, but still sings with so much energy. I couldn't do that. I had that much money. I also like Dragon Ball songs and YMO. I kind of wish I had studied German too. It's late at night now. Something unlucky happened again. I didn't scratch my body today, but I spent 2 hours thinking about what kind of podcast fit me. When it was time to sleep, I had to go to the bathroom. I always talk about being unlucky, but I'm not just being negative. It's just how I see things. I don't know how people will take it, but I believe that putting my thought out there will lead to something. When I went to the bathroom, my dad came out of its room. I told them I was going downstairs, but I don't know what's happened. Maybe he was asleep or he got it wrong again. When I went downstairs, I noticed something. I feel safe when the first floor is warm, but I'm going back to the second floor 1 minute anyway. I thought my feelings were based on my thought about the future, but maybe they're just based on now. Who I were staying there for hours, feeling safe because it's warm and makes sense, but I'm only there for a minute. My body's feelings become my emotion. What I think doesn't matter as much as my body in the room. So when I feel bad, it might not be about the future, but just my body being off. I'm recording this in the morning. My dream is the same as usual. I was at school and I was alone during During breaks in class, I was walking around the room by myself. I had to eat something I made an experiment, and it was hard. I saw a girl I liked, and I didn't know what to do. I talked to her, but I couldn't look her in the eyes. I felt bad. In my dream, I was alone and had to eat things I didn't wanna. It would hurt. I was imagining a kabuki actor saying that their kid didn't look like them. He'd say both his and his wife have big eyes and flush faces, so they thought the kids would be flashy too, but it's not like that. I saw cool kabuki actors in a music show. He had a great aura. I wondered who he is. And it was the man who used to be called Ebizo.